All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I was really surprised how popular the GTII video was, so I thought it would at least be good to make a really quick video on today's action, all right? Clearly, it looks like there might be a little recovery here, but I'm gonna be honest, I still really need a little bit more before I believe, okay? You know, if you watch my videos, I love strings of red. This red, 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 especially when there's like a green, green, green right after it, just this to this to this generally should happen. That said, and we'll talk about it shortly, these two moving averages are going to matter a lot, especially the 8 moving average that we're pretty much on right now, okay? That said, before we get into the details, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. The horizontal support and resistance lines I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, that does do really well with these YouTube algorithms. But even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, okay? And then, hey, look, I am not perfect. I am not all-knowing. You know, I have no crystal ball. I definitely got these last 3 days right. But hey, again, I'm not here knowing what tomorrow is going to bring. So if you disagree with anything I got to say, please throw it in the comments, all right? I'd much rather hear it from you than like watch my money go down the toilet or miss out on a good run, okay? So all that said, let's get into the details. Look, there's a bunch of technical things happening here, okay? On the last video, we talked about the importance of breaking the 100 moving average. Clearly it didn't. And the other thing we talked about is, look, we are in a moving average cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 lines that we cover are a stone's throw away from it, right? So, and you can see all we've really been doing even before it got us tight was we go from the bottom to the top, to the bottom, to the top, and now it's just the oscillation is getting tighter, right? And what does this ultimately mean? Look, either you break you break the 100, you break the blue line and you fly, or you lose the 50 and you die, okay? I love the fact that the 200 moving average, this purple line, the last one for a reason, the hardest one to break up and the hardest one to lose down, it did its job, right? We were pretty much right on it. The next day was either going to come down and probably gap below these two, or you see the nice little red candle we get here. The one thing that bothers me, so look in the box to the left, we close at 185 and a bunch of zeros. The 8 moving average is actually at 1.855. So by, what is that, 1,000th of a penny, I believe, by the 3rd digit, we don't break it. And look, normally these things only cover 2 digits, so let's just use the 2 digits. We're only on it at best. We for sure did not break the 8, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like if we were gonna bounce on the 200, which again I said is the last one for a reason, it should have at least been a good enough bounce to break the 8, right? Like even by a penny. And you can see it. The green line has just a little bit of a tip right there, right? And we close just under it. So that bothers me. It really, really does, okay? From there, look, this is really what needs to happen. We have to close essentially right here at the top of this one at 196. Closing at 196 will put us over both moving averages, and it'll be the next day to confirm. Because again, right here, we close over the 100, but I really didn't care about the first day. I cared about the confirmation the next day, right? So we really need to get 2 good green candles over this blue line before I sincerely believe. Now, again, that's just my opinion, right? But I don't think we're out of these moving averages until we get a big candle that says up, or unfortunately a bad red one that says down, right? Otherwise, this thing just can really go horizontal for a long time. Look, I'm just gonna flash this stock because it's top of HUSA. Okay, obviously you see the down that happens when it loses it, but look how long. I mean, pretty much for months, all we do is oscillate within all 5 lines. I'm telling you, it could last a really long time. There's also little like fake ups and fake downs, fake ups and fake downs. Ultimately, when it happens, you can tell. You know what I mean? But just GTII it's really hard to predict what's going to happen when it's this tight a moving cluster. I'm at least glad we're on the top half instead of the bottom half, but don't underestimate the work that has to be done to get over those two lines, all right? And again, for me, my alert is basically right here. It's at one. Oh my gosh, that's right. I got to delete some alerts and make it. I would put my alert a penny over this at basically 197. I think if this thing can obviously close at 197, that'll make me really interested for the next day. So I don't need to look at the weekly because, again, the weekly is just as tight. That's what happens when the daily, because, yeah, obviously it's not this tight, but all five lines are again just really close to each other for a little more than 2 months now, right? From roughly the end of January through the middle of March, right? That's not a short amount of time. So again, once this makes the move, the weekly will make the move. And just like we saw in HUSA, don't let the small ups or small downs fool you. You very much will know if you've broken this and are flying or if you've lost this and are dying. You know what I mean? So again, these are just my simple opinions. If you disagree with anything, please throw it in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this. And again, I actually didn't know about this stock until the viewer request and just the visibility that this one got in the last video. So I will be honest, I am for sure watching this one, but I like I said, I need a little bit more, and it really starts with breaking moving averages, right? So yeah, hey, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.